Good morning, Guardians. It is Ebontis here. May 30th and weekly reset is upon us here in the world of Destiny. Hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend and get to celebrate with some family or friends or however you wanted to celebrate. But let's jump into the week's activities and see what we've got to do in the world of Destiny. First, we've got the Nightfall strike for you guys. We've got the Dust Palace where you fight the Scions. Unfortunately, no 3 of coins usage there this week. Modifiers we've got are going to be Epic. Of course, pretty standard. Then we've got Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Small Arms, always a good one. Basically just nice double small arms damage working in your favor. Use whatever small arms you want. Chaff, no radar, and then match game enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched damage. So, when it comes to the Scions themselves, as they each have a different type of damage, bring a couple different damage types with you. So between your special and heavy category and possibly your primary as well. And if you've got different primary damage type weapons, bring them all. So if you can bring them all on a character, once you've got one of the Scions down, just switch over to that next damage type, and then you can actually just have a more efficient way of killing those guys. So shouldn't be too bad. That Dust Palace is never too terrible, especially if you just want to go with the patient method, not trying to melt them with a sword. So either way, just probably need to be a little patient with match game. You probably can't use the Void Sword and melt the Solar guy because you're not going to be doing very much damage to his shield. So just keep that one in mind, maybe a little more on the patient side. And if you've got those, Arc, Solar, and Void primaries, bring those with you and you can just rotate and put between them depending on which of these Scions you're fighting. Shouldn't be too bad. Next, we've got the Siva Crisis Heroics, of course, Solar Burn, Berserk, and Brawler. So bring any solar weapons you've got with you, primaries as well. They all are going to work. Galahorn, of course, is always a good one to bring. Berserk, none of the enemies will flinch, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then Brawler, if anything does get close, just punch it. Just be careful, you can't really punch those Cabal shields. For the weekly story playlist, we've got the Iron Lords playlist. So this is going to be everything from Rise of Iron. And the modifiers we've got are Void Burn and Small Arms. So if you've got a Void primary, you should be able to melt through this one pretty quickly. If not, any void damage stuff will do, and just know regular primary should still be melting stuff. So, between those modifiers, you can get a lot of work done, but if you have a void primary, say like Doom of Chelchis for a scout rifle, you can probably pop through all these missions in pretty quick fashion. Challenge of Elders this week has a nice combination, so if you do want to run through some Challenge of Elders, it will probably be a pretty good week for it. We've got Precision Kill bonus, which is always a pretty easy one. You get some solid points from most anything you do. And we've got Small Arms, so just bring a scout rifle, pop the heads off of enemies, or shoot the Vex in the chest. And either way, you're going to be able to get quite a few points pretty quickly. And your only modifier here that you really have to worry about is Ironclad. And this is the one where more enemies have shields, but if you've got Small Arms and you've got Precision Kill bonus anyway, this one should be pretty much using Small Arms the whole time, so you're going to go pretty much across the board. So all in all, pretty good week for Challenge of Elders compared to the last couple for sure. For the last PvE thing in the Director, we've got the weekly featured raid. And this week it's going to go back to the Vault of Glass, which is always fun, Templar Challenge, and Atheon Challenge. So for the Templar Challenge, this is the one where you need to make sure the Templar doesn't teleport. So pretty much you're just going to have somebody bounce back and forth or have different people holding down the platforms on each side where the Templar can teleport to while you guys do damage. So it's a continuous process that you've got to have somebody make sure you go back and forth between so they don't teleport. On the Atheon Challenge, you just need to make sure each person kills an Oracle every damage phase. Now you can basically one phase Atheon if you all use Sleeper Simulant. So if you've got Sleeper, definitely bring it with you. It will help a raid team greatly, just so you don't have that sequence of trying to get everybody in there. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but once you open the portal, the first 3 will pop in. They will kill the first 3 oracles, and then as you guys do, just rotate the people in and out of the portal so you can kill the rest of the oracles. Once you're all out, go into the middle, use the aura so you guys can damage Atheon. Again, I've seen it done with in 1 damage phase if you all use Sleeper, so it's not too bad if you get that timing down. All in all, pretty fun raid to do this week. Next, we come to Tyra Karn here in the Iron Temple, looking at her artifacts. First, we've got the Memory of Yeldor, just a full strength roll and not a great one. Removes the sprint cooldown penalty. Pretty straightforward, you guys know what that one does. Then we've got the Memory of Silmar. This one is actually a 104% stat roll. So if you need a good artifact for intellect and discipline, even if it's not the scory one, If you just want a good stat artifact going for that tier 12 build, especially in Crucible, this is a good one to do. So resistance to damage over time attacks is greatly increased. So pretty much from Thorn, from those firebolt grenades, things like that, you're only really going to be taking that small tick of damage. And you have a really good stat roll here as well. So if you need a good PvP artifact, this is a good one to pick up. Finally, we've got the Memory of Timer, Intellect and Strength roll, somewhere in the 90s. Melee attacks on minions in the darkness. This is when you switch the enemies over to allies for like 30 seconds. And then after that, they come back. So the artifact of the week is definitely going to be the Memory of Silmar. A nice Crucible stat roll here. Definitely pick this one up if you guys need a good one.
Thank you.
For your Iron Lord bounties, we've got Together We Rise, complete those public events. Pull the Plug, kill Fallen Majors. Archon's Forge Captains and Archon's Forge Servitors. Pretty straightforward stuff. You can knock it all out actually in Archon's Forge. So go to Archon's Forge, knock out these bounties, and again, this is the place to get their Thorn bounty if you still need it. For Zavala's weekly elite bounties, we've got Strike Elite, Gold tier, Silver tier, and Bronze tier medals in strikes. Sunrise bounty, finish the Nightfall with the Gold tier medal before that 30-minute timer expires. And then make a rainbow. This is where you get the special primary and heavy metal streaks in a row. So you go heavy, primary, and then special. Doesn't matter what order, just as long as you rotate between the three, and you'll get a rainbow medal. So there's some strikes that's easier to get this on, just kind of random order of using things. Like use your primary for a little while, then use your special weapon, and then finally use your heavy weapon to decimate a few guys. And you usually get this pretty easily. It's kind of one of those I get without thinking about, so don't worry too hard about getting this one. It'll probably just happen. And next we come to the Crucible side of things. So, weekly playlist for the week is going to be Mayhem Rumble. Always a lot of fun to come in here, get a little Mayhem action. And with Rumble, they go pretty quick. Your abilities are in use all the time. A lot of fun. Your 6v6 playlists are going to be Clash and Rift. Good old 6v6 team deathmatch and get that 6v6 dunking of that spark. So come in here, have some fun for the week, and Mayhem Rebels should be a good way to pass some time if you just want to get that one-on-one action going. Next we come to Shax and his 6v6 PvP bounties, the ones that match up with those 6v6 playlists. We've got Back to Basics for your Clash match types, 7 match completions, 50 primary kills, 25 assists, 25 ability kills, gets you that Nightfall tier reward. And the other one we've got Rift, of course, 7 match completions, 50 primary kills, 25 assists, and stopping the runner. Easy way to get the runner stopped. Use of just a very powerful offensive super, something along the lines of like a Nova Bomb or Hammers or Golden Gun. Whatever you got that's going to be pretty powerful. Kind of a one-shot kill is a nice way to stop the runner when you get that chance. So save it up if you got the runner coming your way and just be the one to save the day for that run. Finally, we come to the Crucible Quartermaster and his weekly weapon bounties. So we've got Point and Shoot, auto rifles to defeat opposing guardians, 50 kills there. 50 kills with those scout rifles. 25 kills with fusion rifles for action-reaction. Trusty sidearm, get those 25 sidearm kills. And of course, choose your moment. Heavy weapon kills, this is the one you should pick up no matter what and just have it with you. If you jump in the Crucible, heavy weapons are going to happen. Even if you don't use any of the other weapons for the week. Heavy weapons are going to happen, at least do this once a week. You know, start knocking these bounties out so you can get them for your book. Well, Guardians, that pretty much wraps it up for me for the week. Hope you guys enjoy these videos as always. Nightfall and vendor reset videos will be coming later today as well, so look for those. Other than that, thank you guys for the support. 7,300 subs and climbing. Thank you. Keep subscribing to the channel, and I will keep this content coming your way all the way into Destiny 2 and through the life of that one, amongst other games. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like down below. Drop that comment if you have any questions. Otherwise, enjoy your week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.